Hey, what's up, Roxstars? It's Rox with a little bit of talk about what's at the top of the blog, so let's get to it. Alright, y'all, slow week. All the subjects that I'm talking about today, I don't have that much interest in. But you guys, I did ask for some requests on Instagram and Facebook. Y'all gave me some requests. I wasn't even really interested in those, but I picked out the ones that I think that most people want to hear about, and that is what we're going with. Okay, so first I wrote down here Chris Brown in jail. Yes, Chris Brown's bodyguard, I believe, was just sentenced the other day in the trial about him fighting the guy that was supposedly trying to get on the bus in Washington, D.C. when he was out there for the when they all get back together at school. What's it called? Howard reunion? It's not reunion, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Chris Brown didn't have his court case. They were able to separate their cases, and that was good in the fact that, Chris Brown also didn't get found guilty. However, his lawyer was able to get his case pushed off until June. I guess they're still trying to work on evidence or whatever, but the bad thing about that is he has to stay in jail. The judge was not having it, not letting him out, and he is definitely in jail until his court date, whatever time that is in June. So I think he's on his way back to Los Angeles, and there he will remain. People want to know my opinion on it. I think that we all probably know that maybe it is, what is the word, y'all? Had my coffee. Not extensive. It's a little bit of a severe punishment for something, a misdemeanor. I mean, I don't know. I guess it's a felony, but I cannot even, with Chris Brown, it's been so much stuff with Chris Brown. Okay, we've complained about Chris Brown. He's done shit over and over. Yeah, it's been little minor petty things, but over time, all I can say is he has put himself in this position to even allow them to make him be in jail till June. You understand what I'm saying? If he wouldn't have kept on with the everything, then he wouldn't even be in the position to be going to jail. Now, I know that trouble finds Chris Brown, and I'm sure that he gets a bad rap on a lot of things. I mean, I understand and I get it, okay? The boy ain't been able to recover really since his whole thing with Rihanna. But we cannot deny the fact that he has also contributed quite a bit to his downfall, continuous downfall, okay? This whole hanging out with the Bloods, his whole little attitude is just, I don't know what needs to happen to Chris Brown. We've been saying that he needs to go away for some time, and something tells me that maybe this is where he needs to be. Yes, it's another black man in jail. Yes, it's somebody who's getting more of a punishment than they should. Yes, there's been plenty of other people that have gotten away with, way worse things. I mean, I got all that. But I cannot forget about the things that we've all said and wanted for Chris Brown. So, yeah, it's too bad that he's in jail, but I'm just really hoping that, I'm trying to look at this a different way. I'm hoping that this will help him in the long run. I mean, shit, he already got a record, so fuck, we can't even be worried about, his record now. Plus, he's a fucking millionaire, so it don't matter if you have a record when you're a millionaire. Shit, there's ways around everything. I'm just hoping that this helps him. It's too bad that he's in jail, but, like I said, maybe this might be the best place for him. You guys tell me what you think about Chris Brown. Do you think it's not extensive? Why do I keep wanting to say extensive? Do you think that it is too severe? You think this is exactly what needed to happen? What are your thoughts? Lupita Nyong'o is named People's Most Beautiful, and she is on the cover of the new magazine with that same title. I think it's great. I think it's always wonderful to see a black woman on these, whenever they talk about most beautiful, because black women are beautiful as well, okay? It's especially nice, I'm sure, for a lot of you out there, black women who, want to see more dark-skinned women on, these big publication crossover magazines, TV, movies, all of that. It is good to see Lupita chosen as the most beautiful. So good for her. I mean, I don't have anything negative to say about it. I know that people have said negative things about it. And whatever, that's their opinion, and everybody's entitled to it. I will say that I believe that Lupita has been on the, she's been on the upswing from the Oscars. They do it to all of the black people that are nominated an Oscar. I'm just going to see how long this all lasts for her, okay? If people are always going to feel that she is an Oscar-worthy actress, if everybody is always going to feel that she's the most beautiful, or is that just something to say right now, okay, because she's the hot thing? I think that she's a beautiful woman, definitely so. It's nice to see people who don't give into all the, what we all deem as beautiful. I mean, she definitely still wears makeup and she still does all the cutesy little things that everybody else does. However, we can't deny the fact that she has a little short buzz cut. She doesn't wear a weave. A lot of the design she wears is Afrocentric. And yeah, it's just good to see. I mean, I don't have nothing negative to say about it other than I just want to see how long, Mr. Charlie decides to carry her on this wave, okay? And then will we as black people be around to catch her, okay, when, they might be through with her? That's all. I mean, I hope that don't sound negative. I'm hoping that y'all understand what I'm trying to say, because I guess some of y'all be, Lord, y'all be really wanting to tell me about myself. So I'm trying to make myself as clear as I can. Very good for Lupita Nyong'o. Eric Williams supposedly homeless. You see what I'm trying to tell you about this week? Okay, so y'all know who Eric Williams is. He is the ex-husband of former Basketball Wives star Jennifer Williams. Okay, the one who had the unicorn's knot right here on his head. There was a warrant out for his arrest because he has a child, evidently, that he has not been paying child support for. The mother of that child, I guess, filed on him, and there was a warrant out for him, and he was on the run. Well, they have caught up with Mr. Eric Williams. Eric's whole story goes like this. He says that he is homeless, that he cannot afford anything at this moment. He works for a non-profit organization, and that is the reason why he has been on the go and not able to pay his child support. Do I believe it? I mean, I really hope that he's lying, because if you ain't got no money and you were once a basketball player and you had a retirement, I'm not understanding exactly what has happened to your money. Jennifer Williams, I know they were divorced. He always said he was gonna, take care of her, make sure that she, was okay. I know she comes from a family that does have money, but, I don't really know what Jennifer's doing other than her Lucid Cosmetics, which is not, I'm sure it's doing, whatever. It's not nothing that we all clamoring for or anything like that. I'm just not really understanding where his money is, okay? I think that a lot of times, when people are trying to avoid having to make payments, because this was a kid that, he didn't seem like he wanted. I think he found out about the kid after the fact. It wasn't planned. I think this kid was actually conceived while he was married. So, it's not nothing that it's not a favorable condition, is what I'm trying to say. So, I think a lot of times people really try to avoid having to pay things. And maybe he's homeless per se, but that might just mean that he doesn't own any property at this moment, okay? That might mean that he's homeless, not necessarily that he's living in the back of a car or on a park bench or anything like that. So yeah, I don't even really care about this story, and to me it sounds like somebody that's just trying to avoid making payments on their child support. But maybe not. Maybe the man is homeless somewhere. I would think that he has friends and family enough that would help him, but child, you just don't never know. These days it's every man for himself, right? Okay, so yeah, that's it on Eric Williams. Y'all wanted to know. Ain't really no update on the game and Tiffany. They are still apart. She has a restraining order on him because of the fact that he busted the bitch in the nose and broke it in front of the kids. There was a big confrontation. I guess the glass table broke. It hurt one of the little girl's legs. He was keeping Tiffany from helping the little girl, cursing her out, saying move bitch, and he wouldn't let them leave, and then he finally let them leave, and so Tiffany got a restraining order. Okay, now y'all know that part. Well, evidently she hasn't been letting him see the kids. It was Easter. He went onto his Instagram. He put out this whole heartfelt letter about how he's a wonderful dad and how he should be able to see his children, and how, you know, there's all these men out there that are deadbeats that get to be with their kids whenever, you know, they want, but then the ones that are really trying to do right, you know, are held back. And listen, I'm understanding all of that. Okay, it's very important that children have a relationship with their father. And I totally get that. However, we cannot forget the fact that you just beat up their mama. Tiffany probably at this moment is not going to be in no rush to deal with you. I mean, I understand the emotion on Tiffany's side, okay? We don't know. Nothing has been gone to court or anything like that. He hasn't been brought up on any charges, so we still don't really know what's really going on with that. But yeah, just like, yeah, I'm not sure if I can feel sorry for the game, because you done beat up the girl in front of the kids. And yeah, this is probably just going to take a little time before everybody's willing to, you know, drive to McDonald's and do the switch off with the children in the parking lot. You guys tell me what you think. You guys know how I feel about the game. I think he is an attention whore. I think that he is always doing the most. I never thought that he and Tiffany were compatible. I always felt that she was too old for him. I always felt that she was too naggy. I always felt that she wanted way more from him than he was willing or able to give. He still has a young man's mentality. He believes his own hype. You know, he thinks he is a good looking kid, and he's a sexy enough guy. He has a wonderful body. But the personality is just, that's it on them. I think as it stands, he still hasn't seen his children. He's just spending his time with his, he has his other child with his other baby mama. But as far as his kids, Callie, and what was the other one, Kingdom? Or was that, no, that's T.I.'s. What the Callie and what the child name? I don't know, but as far as the two that he has with Tiffany, he still hasn't seen them. Tory Hart's comment in Sister to Sister magazine. Okay, so Tory Hart, who is one of the wives on not Atlanta Housewives, what's the name of the show? Hollywood Exes. Atlanta. She is the ex-wife of Kevin Hart. She had an interview with Jamie Foster Brown in Sister to Sister magazine. You know, it was just your regular standard interview. In the interview, Jamie asked her, you know, how does she feel about the fact that Kevin Hart is always calling his new girlfriend, well, that she's not new anymore. She's been with him for some years now, but her name is, I want to say Nikki. It's not Nikki. What is that child's name? I'll put it on the screen. But anyway, Kevin Hart is always calling her his rib, which gets on my fucking nerves. Every time I see it, I just be like, oh. Because all I think about was in Baby Boy. Y'all remember when he was like, you my rib. It's such a stupid saying. I mean, I know it's supposed to be deep and mean that, you know, the woman was pulled from the man's rib and, you know, she completes it. Whatever. I just still think that the expression itself is stupid. But that ain't got shit to do with nothing, right? Okay. So anyway, Tory Hart answered exactly how I think I would have answered as well. And her statement was, it's easy to be a rib to a millionaire. Now, people was wondering if she was being shady. Listen, if we gonna be 100, if we gonna be 100 on this, okay, we've all seen Kevin Hart with this beautiful, tall Jamaican, light-skinned, long, beautiful hair girl. What is her name? I hate that I can't think of her name. We all know for a fucking fact that she would not be with Kevin Hart if he was not Kevin Hart. She was smart enough to know that he was on the rise when she got with him. As a matter of fact, I believe she got with him while he was still married. Maybe not technically in the house together still, but definitely still married. She hung on in there. And, you know, everything's paid off. And now, I'm not saying that they're not in love now and that he doesn't love her and she doesn't love him. But I'm going to tell you what, it's a whole lot fucking easier to be in love with somebody when they got all kinds of money and they can take you all over the place and you ain't got to work and you can just look cute. And she might be a good person. I'm not saying that she's a gold digger or a hoe or any of that. All I'm saying is I just don't believe that she would have really giving him the time of day had he not been where he was. We ain't no way we could prove that one way or the other, right? So that's just my opinion, yo. Okay? Understand that. I don't wish no bad on nobody. I hope that their relationship survives and he's able to marry her and they can, you know, build their family together. But yeah, I think Tory Hart was just being very truthful. And I didn't really see no shade in it. It's something that we already know. Okay, so that's what I have to say. What do you guys think about it? People were very upset. And people were talking about her and saying she was jealous over the fact that the girl was, you know, prettier and this, that, and the other. I mean, it's... Yeah, I don't know if I feel like she's jealous. I mean, Tory Hart has moved on, obviously. Kevin Hart has moved on, obviously. They all seem to have a working relationship together. They're, you know, co-parenting different places. And it's all working out. I've never heard Kevin Hart say anything bad or ill, you know, since everything is done now. Now they've been able to work it out, and it seems like they all have mutual respect for each other. And I think she was just being truthful. So I was fine with the statement, because the statement is Keke Palmer project. Keke Palmer has was able to tie down a deal on BET where she has a talk show. She'll be the youngest talk show host in history, 20 years old. You know, everybody's really excited. I like Keke Palmer. She just seems like a regular 20-year-old girl to me, coming into womanhood and I'm sure sexuality and you know, just a more mature girl. So I'm looking forward to seeing what her talk show is going to be like. I have a feeling that, you know, she will be, you know, maybe mentored by Queen Latifah. I think that they have some sort of, you know, friendship and relationship. And Queen Latifah seems to be doing okay with her talk show. Is it still on? Like, I'm just talking this shit. I don't even know what the child... I think she's still on the air. I have seen a couple of Queen Latifah's episodes and they were cool enough. You know, very mild-mannered and nothing too exciting, but so we'll see what happens with Keke Palmer. I guess she can reach a younger demographic. The only thing I'm worried about is the fact that it's on BET. I know I should have more faith in my black entertainment television, but you know, I just don't. You know, but BET is really trying. They always trying to turn it around, and you know, you got to give them an A for effort, just because they always trying to make it happen. They do have Being Mary Jane. And they just brought on back a season 8 of the game, which I just really don't understand why. Because you guys, I watched all of that, all of the episodes, and it's just not good anymore. It's just, I think it's time. I hope that this is the last season, because I hate for a show that was so good to go out on just such an old, funky, fucked up note, you know? You know, kudos to BET for always trying to make some shit happen. And, you know, good luck to Keke Palmer. I would love to have my own talk show. When I sit and watch, like Chelsea Lately and, you know, Jimmy Fallon and Jimmy and Jim, what's the other name? Oh, what's his name? Jimmy Fallon and Jimmy, the other Jimmy. Y'all know what I'm talking about. When I sit and watch their shows, I have such admiration for their whole thing, especially Jimmy Fallon. I think he's so funny. I think he's so universal. I think that he is so, you know, approachable. I think he's relatable, even for black and white people. You know, he's just I just like him. And when I think about the shit that I would like to do in the future, I would love to have a nighttime talk show. I just would love it. Y'all didn't ask me that, but I'm trying to fill up the time. This shit, I'm telling you, ain't really much more to talk about. Okay, Diamond on the Breakfast Club. She was on the radio show the other day, and you know, Diamond just spilled all the beans about Mama D and Lil Scrappy. She said that Lil Scrappy used to beat the hell out of her. She was so stressed in that relationship. Mama D, you know, she had bad credits. Scrappy had bad credits. She, you know, made sure that, you know, she co-signed for Mama D to get an apartment. You know, Mama D used to put her through hell. Mama D used to steal from her, stole one of her Louis Vuitton bags. Just all kind of shit about Lil Scrappy and Mama D. Now, shit that we kind of had already heard about, maybe not to this extent, and definitely not from the horse's mouth. But, you know, nothing that I was really all that shocked about. Also, nothing that I don't believe. We already know how Mama D is, and Scrappy. All of the shit that she said, I really do think that I can believe happened. Now, of course, Mama D and Lil Scrappy have come out and said that all the shit that Diamond said is not true. You know, Scrappy says that he spent $20,000 on her new teeth and, you know, on her ass, and you know, Mama D says she ain't stole shit from her because she ain't never had shit. And Mama D said that Diamond could not even secure nothing but a damn Vagisil deal for that stank pussy of hers. I was like, oh my God, you know, that damn Mama D is so wrong. So, you know, to me, they all came back with shit that didn't go against what she said. They just talked about her as well. I mean, so what, she paid $20,000 for her teeth, and her ass doesn't even seem fake to me. When I look at her body, you know, she looks like she's just an in-shape cute girl, you know. But you know, we also know that Diamond has shit with her too, you know. She was whatever, she was fooling around with Soulja Boy while Scrappy was with her, you know. So it's everybody, is two sides to every story. But I'm just gonna say that I can believe all the shit that she said, but I also can believe some of the shit that's Lil Scrappy says as well. So hey, she has a show to promote. She's gonna be on a show called the Sisters of Hip Hop or some shit like that. Nothing that I want to see, okay? All these rappers that I have never heard of, I think she is the biggest name on there. I'm trying to figure out what happened to the show that MC Light and Yo-Yo and all them supposed to do, Lady of Rage and you know, where they show at? Why the fuck we got Diamonds and all the other shit? Why we? Who wants to see Diamond and all these other unknown rappers? Child, but you know, just like all these other reality shows, it'll probably pick up and do well or whatever. But yeah, I'm just, of all these damn reality shows with these people we never heard of. So everybody wants to get on the Love and Hip Hop ATL bandwagon. It's just not for everybody. But we'll see what happens with the show. But yeah, did you guys hear the interview on, like I said, The Breakfast Club with Angela Yee and Charlamagne the God and the other guy? I can't never remember the other guy's name. But yeah, y'all tell me what you thought about it. Do you believe her, or do you believe Scrappy? Or do you believe them both? Alright, y'all, I'm tired of talking about Columbus Short. I think this is the 4th video that I've talked about him, but let's just get to it because y'all asked about it. Yes, I heard the interview that Columbus Short had with the Tom Joyner Morning Show, and it was quite off. I think we all know that something was wrong with Columbus Short, okay? I think with all of the recent events, the way he was acting was not a surprise, okay? He been beating the hell out of his mama, I mean his wife, in front of the kids, beating folks up at bars and shit. So why are we so shocked that when he was talking to Tom Joyner, he was tripping? He got on there, he was trying to, you know, he just was out of sorts. Calling Tom Joyner, you know, nigga, which I don't really have a problem with, but you know, when you're on the radio and shit, you know, people don't normally talk like that, like, you know, yeah, nigga this, and I don't think that I would say something like that to Tom Joyner out of respect. I don't know him, he's not my friend, so I'm not going there like that. But he was calling him nigga, and he was real defensive. He's talking about his new music. He's, you know, saying how all women are insecure and how we don't need makeup and we don't need, you know, weaves. And honey, that is such a different topic. I don't even feel like getting into all of that. I could write a book on how I feel about that. He was just defensive. He said he didn't care. They asked him how did his wife think about the album that's coming out for him, and he was just like, how about I don't care what she thinks? Okay, how about that? He was just defensive. He kept cutting him off. He wasn't clear on what he was talking about. It was just a fucked up interview, okay? And whoever his people are, they should have never even put him on the phone in that condition. Now he's come out with an apology saying that, you know, it was 5:45 Pacific time. He was in LA, obviously, and he's tired, and, you know, he had a long night probably of drinking and doing drugs, and then had to get on the phone with Tom Joyner and, you know, try to act presentable. And he failed miserably. He said that he was sorry, he was tired, it was a long day before, and he, you know, has the utmost respect for the show, that he didn't mean what he said about all women, that he would like to come back on the show, you know, kind of redeem himself. Just like, Columbus, listen, I understand you're going through a lot, okay? You done got put off the show, okay? Your marriage is failing. And it's a whole lot of whatever else is going on with you. I'm just going to say that, no, we don't want you to get back on the radio. We want you to go get some help somewhere, okay? We want to put you off somewhere in some sort of rehabilitation and get yourself together, okay? Because we can't keep on with, you know, with this, with you. That's what went on with the Tom Joyner and Columbus Short debacle. I tell you guys, no news this week. Master P's wife is asking for $67 million in this divorce settlement. I don't really know what's going on with this Master P and his wife. You guys know that they had said that they separated some time ago, and now they're trying to, they're in the middle of a divorce. The mama has been coming out with all kind of shit saying that she took everything from him and she was living in poverty. She had to move in with the kids. Then the kids came out and said, no, that is absolutely not true. My dad has been taking care of her. I think there was a video of Master P even at her house saying, oh, she looks like she's living good. She's got this, she got that. I don't even really understand. I haven't been following the story at all, but yeah, now she's asking for $67 million, which is 40% of Master P's empire. I did not know that Master P had that kind of money still. I mean, I know he's done very well for himself, but damn, if she's taking 40%, 60 more percent, I mean, what, he got another 100, I mean, another 80, what's that? 60, 70, about another $90,000 damn dollars or something. I was like, I mean, 90,000, y'all. 90 million? Okay. Damn. Y'all couldn't work that shit out? But anyway, Master P, him and his wife are in the middle of this divorce, and it's unfortunate because the kids seem to really love their dad. And really seem to be supportive of their dad. They're not speaking out against the mom. I kind of have a feeling that something is going on with that mom. I don't know if it's drugs or alcohol or mental issues or what, but I feel like they're trying to stay respectful to the mom and not say too much, but also be very supportive of their father and make sure that everybody understands that what the mom is saying about Master P is not the truth. But yeah, that's the story on Master P and Mama P, whatever her name is. I don't know it. We're putting the stepmama out. First of all, quit calling this lady Oprah's stepmama, okay? Oprah's fucking 60 years old. She ain't got no damn stepmama, okay? This is her damn daddy's ex-wife, okay? I don't see what the big deal is. When people get divorced, okay, all of the, the extras and the lavish lifestyles, if you were part of if you married into a rich family, that shit goes. You was never Oprah's mama. You wasn't in the same house with Oprah. You ain't cooked dinner for her and took her in bed, dropped her off at ballet practice. Okay, you ain't done none of that. So, Oprah was just like, you got to go. Evidently, Oprah bought her house. I don't even know how all this happened, but the lady had her own house, and I don't know if she was in threat of losing the house or whatever. So somehow Oprah's company became in charge and bought this lady's house, but she was still living there with her child and her grandchild or whatever. But then, like I said, after the father and the lady broke up, okay, that's Oprah's house now. Oprah was like, baby, you got to go. Yeah, that shit is kind of fucked up, But, we don't really know all the backstory. I've heard a lot of shit. This lady has talked very bad about Oprah Winfrey. She's even threatened to do a tell-all. I think now she's saying it again. When you got the kind of money that Oprah has, you have to know that there's so many snakes in the grass. So I'm sure there's way, way more to the story. Now, could she have let the lady stay in the house and all? Yeah, she could have. Okay, she could have did that, but I guess that's not what Oprah wanted to do. And that's it. But yeah, y'all quit calling her stepmama. This was never her stepmama. Lastly, you guys, this shit with Real Housewives of Atlanta. I never thought that I would say these words that I'm about to say. But I promise you, I'm about to tell you right now that I will be fucking glad when Real Housewives of Atlanta is over. I have never in my entire life been so tired of a subject as I am with this damn Kenya and this Portia shit. I'm tired of people trying to change my mind. I want people to understand that we are going to just agree to disagree. And that is it. I don't really care that much about whether or not Kenya and Portia stay on this show. I would be fine if both of them left. I would be fine if both of them stayed. I don't dislike neither one of them. I think that they both could have something. People's always going on and on about storyline. Do you understand that really nobody has a storyline until they have a storyline? It's shit happens, which is what makes your storyline. You don't just come to a show with a story. The only person I think that actually has a real storyline that's not manufactured is Phaedra. Okay, she's going through some real life shit right now. Okay, so she has a storyline. As far as everybody else, they have storylines that feed off of the other person. Kenya said is, I'm tired of it. Every day is something new about who's staying, who's going. Now I hear that Kenya's quitting. Kenya would be a stupid ass fool to just give up her check like that. Okay, she has too many supporters out there for her to just walk away, and that would be very dumb, and I don't believe it. I also heard that Portia and Cynthia are gone. It's just, I wish people would quit being so emotional about this. I have never seen it, and I almost got 400 videos, you guys, and I have never seen the type of fervorish pitch of support or disgust that people have for these two women. Okay, I swear I'm so tired of it. I am tired of it. And I do these next two Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion, parts. I am really gonna try my best to stay out of the comments. I cannot take it anymore, you guys. I cannot take it, and people still want me to talk about it. Like, what the fuck else is there to talk about? Okay, and then I'm gonna need y'all to quit acting like them your cousins. Y'all act like y'all just went and sat down and had dinner with them. That you guys are best friends. That she calls you and be like, can you come over to the house and sit here before the cable man come while I go run to the store? Y'all act like y'all really know these people. Y'all don't know these people from Adam. I don't know if they good or bad. All I know is what they show on TV. Do you know that they not gonna show nothing more or less than what they want to show on TV? So y'all don't know them. All these team this and team that. I don't give a fuck. You better give me some goddamn money. Okay, then maybe. People say, I can tell you don't like this one. I can tell you don't like that one. It is not ever that serious for me. If I saw either one of them, I would be like, wow, I'd like to see them. I'm not going to sit there and be shady and have a fucking side eye for either one of them. Okay, I think Portia is, a cute girl. She's harmless. And, she ain't the smartest. But Portia's trying to grow up and she's trying to do what she's gonna do. Okay, and Kenya, I think Kenya is very manipulative. She's good at what she does, but I don't take Kenya all that seriously. I don't think Kenya is. She's one of those ones that like to stir the pot, okay, and really kind of feed off of that kind of thing. But yeah, I don't have nothing against Kenya. My girlfriend told me she saw her at H&M in Cumberland Mall the other day. Sent me a text. I said, you should try to get a picture with her. And she was just like, no, girl, she's, I said, well, and this is my nosy ass friend that will stare you down, Simone. I'm just going to put it out there for you, Simone. And she was just like, no, because she's behind me. I was like, girl, you better put that phone up and take a picture. She was behind her in line. And she told me she was, she was like a cute girl, whatever. Listen, I'm just trying to tell you guys, I know this is sort of like a rant, and I don't like to do rants and shit because they just be going on and on and on, and sometimes you just be like, all right, Roxanne, enough, fucking enough, okay? But I'm just telling you guys, I'm tired of it. Quit asking me to talk about it every fucking time I turn around, okay? Whatever. They both got more money than me, okay? That's all I got to say about it. Yeah, I'm through. Y'all, I'm so through. I'm through. Ooh, y'all, I'm just running late. Speaking of Simone, I'm meeting her for sushi. So anyway, I got to get up off of here. We do this every single week, all right? So make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you come back. Until next time, Roxstars. Bye.